Many people on the left are so shocked and upset that so many Hispanics and Latinos, especially immigrants, voted for Trump. Perceptions of Trump as racist seem to be a driving force pushing whites away. Why is it the opposite for those he's purportedly being racist against? In this video, I'm going to talk about 5 reasons why Hispanics voted for Trump in this election. According to the New York Times, it would be easy to dismiss these voters as self-hating or racist, but that's a simplistic way of viewing this wildly diverse and complex demographic. Hispanics, like all Americans, are motivated by the issues that directly affect them. Those can vary depending on factors like religion, where they grew up, whether they are first, second, or third generation. Many Cubans and Venezuelans in Miami come from a background of fleeing oppressive socialist regimes, while some Mexican and Central Americans are more attuned to the immigrant experience of fleeing poor countries in search of economic improvement. Many Democrats act as if Hispanics and Latinos only care about immigration policy, and that can be further from the truth. In fact, a recent survey by Unidos US, an advocacy group, and Latino Decisions, a polling and research firm, found that Latinos are more concerned about jobs and the economy. That's not to say that immigration policy isn't important. It is personal to many of them. But Hispanics don't live in a vacuum where immigration is the only issue that is important. So let's talk about those issues. The first one, employment. Latinos who back Trump cite the president's business background and the record employment numbers for Black and Hispanic Americans before the pandemic as reasons for voting for him. Unemployment for Hispanics in the U.S. fell to a record 3.9% in September of 2019. The second reason, socialism. Many Hispanics have lived under the claws of socialism. According to Maria Todd, a Panamanian who moved to the U.S. as a child during Panamanian dictator Manuel Antonio Noriega's regime in the 1980s, Biden speaks clearly like a Chavista type person, and Miami knows socialism, dictators, and communists. That's not history to us. That's something that has tainted our lives forever. We recognize it when we see it. Now, many Democrats claim that it was Trump's rhetoric that caused this fear among Hispanics. However, the left Senator Bernie Sanders and Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez have embraced the socialist label with gusto. The Democratic Party has never been so progressive, and that does not appeal to a lot of Hispanic and Latino voters. The third reason, defunding the police. Many Hispanics were turned off at the suggestion that the left wants to defund the police. Many have left their countries because they have suffered the undermining of the rule of law. Fernando Alonso, an attorney whose parents emigrated from Cuba decades ago, said the violence that's broken out at some racial justice protest has also turned off voters who may have memories of unstable, violent regimes in their home countries. Safety is really important to Hispanics. Alonso, who leads the Bergen County Hispanic Republican Association, said, when they see those things on television, the riots, is not something they came to the United States to be a part of. The fourth reason, school choice. Hispanics are strongly in favor of school choice. A recent poll showed that 68% support the concept of school choice and of allowing parents to use tax dollars designated for their child's education to send their child to the public or private school which best serves their interest and their child's needs. The president signed an executive order establishing the White House Hispanic Prosperity Initiative, a move that the administration says will improve access Latinos have to educational and economic opportunities. The initiative is also meant to create more career pathways for Hispanic students, as well as boost investment in economically distressed communities, including opportunity zones, and offer more economic opportunities for small and minority owned businesses. The last reason, many Hispanics preferred Trump's positivity as opposed to Biden's dire messages. Voters from immigrant backgrounds seem to gravitate toward Trump's aspirational statements about the strength of the economy while dismissing Biden's dire warnings about the public health crisis. According to Joe Garcia, who is a former chairman of the Miami-Dade Democratic Party, Biden was talking about COVID all the time while wearing a giant mask, while Trump was headlining massive rallies, talking about prosperity and looking indestructible. That's not to say that they weren't taking COVID seriously, but people want to be hopeful and think they can prosper and thrive, especially immigrant families who came to this country for that very purpose. Regardless of whether you agree with these reasons, I think it is a disservice to the entire Hispanic and Latino community to dismiss these voters as just racist, ignorant, or sellouts. Instead, we should listen to their concerns, their issues, and address them accordingly. If you haven't yet subscribed to this channel, please do so and share this video with your friends and your family. The beauty of this country and the reason why so many people flee their own countries is because America is a democracy where you can choose to vote as you please, regardless of your ethnic background. By voting for Trump, Hispanics spoke as individuals, as Americans, not as members of a contrived interest group. And that, I think, it's a good thing.